Hey, gang. Welcome to the Are You Garbage Comedy Podcast.
Please make sure you subscribe. That way you get the episodes as they come out.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there. And welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? It's a show we sit down with your favorite comedians and we find out if they grew up classy or if they're a big old piece of trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. I'm down here at Aunt Tootie's basement. I got my new heart medication in me.
I know.
I got to hide it around the house. She's like a fucking truffle pig. She's like a bloodhound, I tell you, man.
She'll be boofing it in no time.
She sees a CVS receipt, all of a sudden she's all over you. My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He refers to me as a guy he works with. I tell people he's my best pal. He's the CEO of Are You Garbage. He's really an international businessman when you get down to it.
Why is that?
You have your foot in a couple of things. You like to dabble in
The cars
real
don't
estate.
even ship to Canada. I'm not that international. Sorry about that. Apparently, they still haven't shipped anywhere. They're right next to us. They'll be coming soon.
They'll be coming around the mountain when they come. Gang, give it up for Mr. Kippy Kevin James Ryan. God damn it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
It's all in his name.
As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. And you know what about those numbers?
True to roof.
True to fucking roof. Also, patreon.com/areyougarbage. You can sign up, you get bonus content, you get bonus episodes of AYG, episodes of Hard Feelings, which is me and Foley fucking chopping it up, the real deal.
The bread and butter.
And then we do a live stream every month with the top tier patrons. You can get involved in that. It's a good fucking time.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, guys, and we love you. And how about a nice big shout out to our producer extraordinaire? He's got his mic back this week.
He's mic'd up.
He's out of the penalty box. We'll see how he does.
He's like Tom Brady in mid-game with the mic on. Let's go.
He's the pride of the Chicago comedy scene. Give it up for T-Bone Toby McMuffin.
What up?
What up, T-Bone? Welcome back.
Oh, it feels good to be back. You know, finally a part of something successful. My life is falling apart.
Like Diane Keaton over there, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get
Yeah, me neither.
like Joan Rivers, huh?
God rest her soul, huh? Gang, we could not be more excited to have our incredibly special guest here with us today. He is a very funny comedian and actor. You've seen him on Gotham Comedy Live, Conan, Uproarious, This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central, Sex Fails, The Late Late Show. He also has a brand new podcast that's about to come out called Terrible Therapist with fellow comedians Matt Wayne and Gary Veter. Not to mention, he's got his own album out called Barely Regal. But the big question in everybody's mind today, is he garbage? Now, he walked in here looking like he knows how to fix the chassis on a 72 Chevy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
This kid's
too.
got grease written all over him. All right, and I feel it. Give it up for Mr. Doug Smith, everybody.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for having me.
Look at him with the
Fucking
stash and the
excited.
piercing blues.
Man, I can't even look over there. I'm going to look at T-Bone where
looks
I
like
feel
he-
comfortable.
Looks like he should have died on the
I
Arizona.
thought I heard a thump under the table.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
You got good-looking
course.
World War II guy face.
Thank-
He really does.
I'm an ally, I promise.
Hey, yeah, you do look like you'd be in black and white and just like, would look really good.
The hottest guy in the foxhole.
Yeah. Do you smoke?
No.
No.
No, not a
You'd be
smoker.
he would be like, well, who would Philip Morris would want on an ad?
Oh, yeah.
Him leaning against a pickup truck.
Yeah.
He's got the pack of Bernies in the arm.
You put an army helmet on him in front of some palm trees in Iwo Jima with a fucking Marlboro sticking out of his mouth. That's a Life magazine picture of the year
Yeah.
right there.
Move a couple of units.
Get this guy to Times Square and be fucking cleaning up. What is the origin story of Doug Smith? You had said you came in that you were a Connecticut guy. You're a suburban guy.
I am, yeah. I grew up in Ridgefield, Connecticut, which is
Okay.
about 50 miles north of here.
Connecticut's
very-
a little dicey.
It is. Connecticut
Real
has a
hit or
very
miss.
bougie reputation.
Sure.
So Fairfield County is where I grew up. Fairfield County is, I don't know if it still is, it was at one time like the wealthiest county in the United States. Solely because of a few towns. You got Greenwich,
Sure.
New Canaan,
Sure.
Darien. You got a few towns that are really bougie.
A little bit of cash.
A little bit of cash. Ridgefield is a kind of a bougie town, but then you got like Bridgeport. You got.
I've been up to I've done Fairfield, and it ain't that nice.
Yeah.
The gas stations are weird up there too.
New Haven, Hartford. Most of Connecticut is a complete shithole. Honestly.
Their
All you gotta do
lottery's
is drive
weird
up
too.
95, take any exit, and you'll see. Yeah.
Well, coming from Philly, like Connecticut, we always thought like it's that
It's
reputation.
Connecticut,
It's like a
you
lot of
kidding me?
cash, boat shoes, yachts, whatever.
Right.
But then we went up to do a show up there. I was like, yo, we are not in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my hometown, everybody looks like they just stepped out of an LL Bean catalog.
Oh, really?
Everyone
like
drives a Jeep Cherokee. Everyone has a golden retriever.
Nice.
Abercrombie,
Lot of
head
vests.
to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little old money.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yep.
What'd your parents do growing up?
My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked for the same local insurance company for 40 years. AJ Carnal Insurance.
Interesting.
Shout out AJ.
AJ.
Plug 'em.
Yeah.
What was it, like
They're done.
auto or like life or what was it?
Life.
Life.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what I'm money
Your
is.
dad sold life insurance and was able to keep your mom home
Uh-huh.
in Ridgefield.
Yep.
He had to do pretty good.
He did
He's
okay.
like Ned Ryerson walking around up
growing
there.
up.
Who? Ned Ryerson.
From Groundhog Day.
Oh,
Remember when he meets him? He was selling life insurance.
Yeah.
Growing up, I always thought my dad did better than he did. I remember when I finally found out what my dad pulled in a year, I was very disappointed.
He bought the house off of Grandma. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Well, actually, yeah, both my parents grew up wealthy, but they inherited some land. So my dad inherited 5 acres of property right next to the house that he grew up on.
Damn.
So we had not a huge house, but we had 5.5 acres of property.
That's pretty anytime we've talked about this, anytime the property lines touch another relative, it's a little fucking dicey.
Yep.
That's kind of a trash move to get the land and be like, oh, I'm just gonna live right here.
Well, no. What happened was, I'm sure his grandparents bought land and then bought the lot next to them.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, there will be blood. I understand what's going on. What the fuck? I'm trying to make a joke here. You're like, no, actually, well, it was a plot and a half. Builders, hey, shut up.
Well, they probably broke it off. How many brothers and sisters your dad had?
He had 2 brothers.
So they probably got
Yeah.
broken off something too.
They got something too, yeah.
Do
So it
those-
was like a compound. You were all right there.
Wait, those
they
hillbillies
actually
weren't
had
living around you?
land in other towns in the surrounding area. So they each got a plot elsewhere, and my dad
Wow.
I think my dad got the shitty deal. Now that I think of it, right?
Yeah, he had to live next to his
Slept
fucking
next-
parents.
slept next to his mom,
living in
yeah.
the pool house with his family.
Ronnie, we
Yeah.
got something special for you.
The other 2 probably didn't even take the land. They're probably living in their basement.
Wait, so is that house? So then he built the house on that land.
Yeah.
And that's where
Yep.
you were born and raised.
Correct.
Now, were your grandparents next door?
They both died before I was born. But
Thank
my
God.
my
Otherwise, that would
siblings-
have been trash.
Dad probably rubbed them out. Fucking no neighbors, Daddy. Oh, let's go.
Life insurance is slow. I need another 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
5 acres and a
5's
mule.
nice.
Let's
10
go.
would be nicer.
5's cool. You know what's really cool? 10.
Holy shit! So they had passed on.
Yeah, so my siblings, all my siblings are much older than me. So
You're one of those kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
let's
my-
get into it.
let's-
Here we
yeah.
go.
My
I
siblings
don't
are
care how many Jeep Cherokees are up there. This kid's trash. Well, hold on. Before you answer that, I wanted to ask you: do you think you're garbage?
I am 100% certain I am garbage. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So my siblings are 14, 16, and 18 years older than me.
What the fuck?
Same parents?
Same parents. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
Shit.
I got a brother that's 16 years younger than me, but it's a
Yeah.
different mom. I
Yeah.
can at least say that.
Yeah. One of my first jokes when I started doing stand up was about how old my mom is, and I would be like, my mom was 47 when she gave birth to me, which is pretty crazy considering the odds of having a child that late in life with no birth defects is slim to none. And as far as I know, I'm the only person in history to have ever made a full recovery from Down syndrome.
Talk about a bounce back. Kid turned it around on the back 9.
It's good. He's nice. All right, it's weird.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
47?
47 and my dad was 51. Yeah.
Damn.
Was it
clearly an accident?
Yeah, intentional?
No. So my
what the fuck, Cheryl? His fucking scream. I gotta go back to work.
I only got 5 acres. What the fuck?
menopause is horse shit.
Damn.
Yeah, apparently before women go into menopause, they have like one last ditch.
Hurrah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So
What the fuck?
Sounded right. I don't know, they got me fired up.
Huge mistake. So yeah, the way they told my siblings was so I grew up with a pool, in-ground pool, not garbage. Everything else is garbage.
I'm
But
gonna sit next
we
to
had an
him.
in-ground. So we had a pool, and the way my mom
Yeah, it was
told
put in
my
the
siblings,
30s. What are you talking about?
Also, if you have 5 acres and no pool, there's. I mean, what the fuck are we doing?
you done fucked up. That pool should be a solid acre.
5 acres, no pool. Dude, I was always freaked out when I got invited to like barbecues or something like that where there wasn't a pool in the summer.
Right.
You're just outside sweating, eating a hot dog. It's like, what the fuck?
I could do this at home.
I'll spray you with the hose if
Yeah,
you like.
no shit.
Yeah.
Break the sprinkler out or something. Will you? Somebody got a water balloon or something? I'm fucking schwitzing over here. Jesus Christ. No pool. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not coming. See you in the winter. Fuck that.
So we had a pool, and
pool.
the way they broke it to my siblings was they said we're gonna have a little one running around soon, so we got to build a fence around the pool. And my siblings went through the Rolodex of every family friend of who could be pregnant. But I always thought it was hilarious that like the 3 of them, their entire childhood, they weren't good enough to have a fence around the pool.
Yeah, that's true.
If you fall in, who gives a shit? But this new Jack, we got to keep him safe.
Holy
Keep
shit.
an eye on this kid.
Yeah.
That's pretty bananas,
Damn.
dude.
Yeah.
So they just did it one night and
They did it one night, and yeah, so I basically...
What kind of details are you looking for here? What was she wearing? Who asked that?
I'm just painting
So
a
just
picture.
one night he went to Pound Town, huh? God damn it, Foley.
Gave her a good deal on his premium, huh? Am I right? Holy shit! All right, so they had the land. So he had a nice business. He worked. He did well. You said you found out what it was.
He did okay. I found out later he only pulled in like $80,000 a year, which is not for Connecticut, for Fairfield
Connecticut,
County, for Richfield.
a stay-at-home
Stay-at-home
mom,
wife,
5 acres, a
4
pool,
kids.
Yeah, that's
a
not
little
a
one
lot.
running around. Ain't that much money?
Yeah.
So yeah, he worked. My dad, my mom stayed at home, and
Well, this is when you were a kid too.
yeah.
So
yeah.
he's 50. He has you.
Right.
So let's say you're 9, 10 years old. He's in his 60s.
So you had the old dad.
I did have the old dad.
And the other ones, they were Vietnam, wherever the fuck they were. Your brothers and sisters, they were going, right? They were out in the Dust Bowl or something. So
Yeah.
it was just you.
Pretty much, yeah. My sister, who's the one closest in age to me, she was around for up until I was like 5 or so. But
Yeah,
they
that's
were
it.
pretty much all out of the picture. So I, for all intents and purposes, grew up an only child.
Only child.
Man. Did you ever wonder, like, why are they so much older than me?
Yeah, I mean that it was all intentional. They were all 2 years apart. That was
Yeah,
strategic.
yeah,
and then
boom.
I was yeah.
A little curveball.
Did anybody ever mistake your dad for like your grandfather? Is there any?
All the time. All the
Yeah,
time. They'd come pick me up from school. Doug, your grandma's here. And,
You shut your mouth. She still got it.
and my dad was a trooper, but like you're right. By the time I was 10,
he must have been
he was
exhausted.
60.
Yeah.
So we'd go out and have a catch. 10 minutes in, he'd be like, "Oh, Doug, my fucking shoulder, man. I gotta go inside."
Well, when I first became friends with him, when we were like, I guess it was
Get
probably
one pitch. That's it.
goddamn rotator cuff. He would give me. I realized that we me and him, because he's 10 years older than me. But like, I'd be like, "Yo, let's go here. Well, let's go grab beers or something."
Right.
He used to give me excuses that my dad used to give me. Like he'd be like, he used to hit me with, as a friend, "I'm just gonna lay down and rest my eyes a little bit." Let me just lay here and rest my eyes. I'm like, dude, you sound like my dad trying to go, like when I asked to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Foley has never once silently stood up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no. I have.
He plugs the lights in behind the fucking shelves, and he wheezes for 20 minutes. Sounds like an old fucking dial-up modem.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I tell you, after 35, you start to really feel it. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have kids. Get a nanny or something like that.
Just didn't have to take a dark turn. I don't know how to break it to you, big man.
Don't do it, man. My dad would he would use his age against me all the time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he'd be out shoveling, and I'd be like looking through the window.
Sure,
He'd be like,
yeah,
what are
you
you?
gotta get
Why
out
aren't you
there.
out here doing this? I could have a fucking heart attack. Like, you had a good run,
Well, think about how you have a kid, right?
I do. Yeah.
Think about how tired you get,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
imagine tacking on fucking 30 years to that.
Sure.
How old
yeah.
are you now?
38.
And how old's your child?
5.
He's 5. So
Yeah.
you had him when you were 32.
Yep.
That's even still. That would be.
That math was wrong.
It wasn't 33. All right, relax.
I don't
Fucking-
know.
enough.
Well, who does the math and then gets it wrong in
Fucking
5
Ken
years?
Jennings over here. Take it easy. Will you? You're having a good time.
I'd like to double down.
You've been all over me since we started.
Hey, it's my shtick. What do you want from me? You're fat and dumb. That's all I got. Today.
Lean into it.
Yeah.
But still, that's a little bit old. Well, not really for today. But
No,
33.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean,
33 in New York. You might as well be 19. when you're a kid.
Sure, that's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
but now at 38, I'm sure you feel it chasing him around.
yeah. Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
So, juicy tidbit though. I was raised
Ooh.
a Jehovah's Witness.
What?
Yeah. So
Myths are getting weirder by the minute. Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
So you guys both grew up outside Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure you're familiar. Did you ever have them come to your door or anything?
No.
Never? Really?
No.
Not in my neighborhood.
No shit.
Ugh.
No. I had them in Philly. They knocked on the door one time. And
Yeah.
we were in the middle of when I was at Temple in North Philly, and they knocked on the door. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, get in here. You're going to get hurt. What the fuck you doing out there?
Fuck you walking around just
Yeah.
like that for?
And they came in, they sat down, and they were nice. They were like 2 kids, like my age or whatever. But,
Right.
yeah, that's the only time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think a pair of them one time made it to the driveway, and my
Yeah.
mom was fucking halfway out the door.
Out
Like,
there with
no, no,
Out there with the hose.
no, no.
So would you have to go
no.
around?
Yep.
Wait
yeah.
a
Oh
minute.
my God.
Wait, how does this happen? Were they always
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, so my mom was one of the few success stories of someone that was successfully flipped from people going around door to door. So when she married, my dad was in the Marines.
Talk this
They-
broad in anything, huh?
They-
Yeah, having a kid at 47.
Holy shit!
so they were
Oh my God.
they were married. They were living in Ridgefield. He got out of the Marines. They were living in Ridgefield, and someone came around, knocked on the door. She let him in, started a Bible study with them, and within a year, she was flipped.
Wait, you weren't born yet.
I wasn't born yet. No,
So you're
they didn't have any kids yet.
So this
Holy
is, wow.
shit.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah. So she went full bore into this thing and raised all my siblings that way.
And I'm sorry, where was your dad in this? Was he
he
on the fence before?
he was yeah.
I feel like you got to be close to the edge before you get put like.
What were they? What
I
were
don't
they
think
originally?
an army couldn't walk in and turn him. You know what I mean? Like you would need a lot.
It'd have to be a pretty nice sandwich tray. I'll tell you that.
Who's catering this thing? So they were already religious or
they were my dad grew up Protestant and my mom grew up Episcopalian.
Okay, that makes
So,
sense.
but not
Kinda
super
right-
not
yeah,
super
it's right down the
religious.
middle, right?
Yeah.
Holy
Did
so
he turn too?
not until I was 12 years old. So Jehovah's Witnesses, as you know, Catholics get baptized when they're babies. Jehovah's Witnesses, you choose when you get baptized. So
Sure.
I got baptized when I was 16.
That's why I think they have the pool.
Catch it in the summer. You know what I mean?
They're
don't
like,
wanna be
you
freezing
ready
out
yet,
there."
huh? Anytime you're ready. So, yeah, he was on the fence. He just kind of went along with it the whole time I was growing up. So she was really, really into it. And it's I don't want to say it's as quite as intense as Hasidic Judaism, but it's not a far cry. It's an
hardcore.
extremely insular sort of like bubble.
They have the
that you're in.
Watchtower over in Brooklyn, right? That's
They
the-
did.
that's-
They just sold all that property and made
holy
tons
fuck.
of money.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
If you're going over the Brooklyn Bridge, there's this huge building, and it says the Watchtower on it. And that was like the Jehovah's Witness World Headquarters
Yep.
for a long time.
Yeah,
They
wow,
lived
I'm
there.
impressed,
They did
yeah.
all this kind of stuff.
It's
Yeah.
it's basically like a commune, and they have 3 of them. So they have one in Patterson, New York, Wallkill, New York, and they had the Brooklyn one.
They
just
sold it.
all that property. It wasn't just one building; they had multiple city
Yeah.
blocks in Dumbo that they
Jesus.
bought up in
That's a
like the
little bit of-
early '80s.
Dude, that's a little bit of
Yeah.
cash right
Yep.
there. That's going to be turned into something nice.
So they sold those buildings, and then they just moved their world headquarters to Warwick, New York.
Okay.
And have an even bigger compound there.
Now, do you guys get a piece of that? You get a couple acres out of that from that sale? How's that work?
Yeah.
Your old man.
Let the Smiths wet their meat a little
I
bit.
left too soon, man.
Did you left
So
it?
you're out.
I'm out. Yeah.
What does that mean you left it? You don't, like, run away in the middle of the night, like, barefoot. You just stop going to church.
Right. Yeah. So my whole life I was in it because my mom she wasn't like a casual member. She was really in it, and it's
What's it? So it's like church a couple times a week, no caffeine, or what?
We
what
were
are the
just
rules here?
talking about leaving after communion was over, not
Yeah.
even waiting till the end of mass. We got a fucking pizza waiting at Palermo's. We're out. Fucking keep it real casual.
So what did a week look like?
so
'Cause I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Yep. So
did you wear the shirt, the white shirt with the black tie?
the best is just hearing people's preconceived notions
Sure.
about
I
church.
know.
Bunch of idiots.
No premarital sex.
Are you
You
guys
can
the
only
ones-
fuck live chickens.
Were you in the Blues Brothers?
Did you get baptized in like a pond or something?
I got baptized in an above ground pool.
Really?
Oh, what the fuck?
At the New Haven Coliseum.
T-Bone, pull the plug.
Wait, at the New Haven They have an above ground pool at the New Haven Coliseum?
Yeah.
Also, all the money these fucking Jehovah's Witnesses have, all this land in Dumbo, you can't get an in-ground pool
Can't
to get
do
dunked
shit.
in.
Yeah. Baptized me in the fucking East River.
Yeah, do something.
You got to bring your own water. Bring my own water.
I got baptized in the dunk tank at the county fair.
Get it a curveball on him, though. I'll tell you that. Put me right there. One
Just a
shot.
line of people waiting to get baptized.
All wearing short sleeve white collar shirts. With black eyes. These nerds can't hit anything. Gang, I don't know about you, but when something breaks over at my house, I fix it. I don't care if that's a clog in the sink, if I backed up the toilet, if I got a squeaky door, a squeaky wheel. I don't know, but I'm on top of it. But a place that a lot of us let that go is in the bedroom. Yeah. If something's not right, do yourself a favor and fix it.
Yeah. It can be a little bit embarrassing, but if you go to roman.com/garbage right now, we can take care of it for you, baby.
Like it.
With Roman, you get an online evaluation for free and ongoing care for ED with all the comfort and privacy of your home. You know, you don't got to go sit in some weird office or anything. It's all done from the couch. You don't even need pants on to be doing this.
That's right.
You'll get a U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, it ships right to your door.
Privately.
2-day shipping, baby.
Really?
2 days.
Wow.
Whole process, real straightforward, easy to do, and discreet. Nobody's talking. The neighbors don't know. Nobody sees you coming and going. It's easy peasy.
Just our little secret.
Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/garbage and complete the online visit. Take care of your ED without ever leaving your home. Complete an online visit today and connect with a healthcare professional to get it taken care of. Why put it off? The world's a crazy place. If there's one thing you can fix, it's this.
That's right. Trust Roman.
Get to roman.com/garbage. And you'll save $15 off your first month with our promo code. GetRoman.com/garbage. It's really time to take care of your ED. And remember, get started today. You'll save $15 off your first order of ED treatment.
Let's face it, gang, going to the post office is no fun and no fun at all. That's why we here at Are You Garbage recommend you mailing and shipping online with Stamps.com.
Oh, yeah.
Stamps.com allows you to mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. You can send letters, you can ship packages, and you can pay a lot less than you would at USPS or UPS and more. All right, Stamps.com has saved businesses thousands of hours and tons of money. With Stamps.com, you get the same service as the post office or UPS, but all in one place. You don't got to go anywhere. Plus, big discounts on mailing and shipping rates.
Yeah, guys, if you got a small business, Stamps.com is the way to go. It's easy peasy. You print postage from your house, from your office, from your car, wherever you got a computer and printer, you can get it done. We use it. We send out our merch with it. It's so easy. An idiot could do it. So go check it out. Stamps.com. It's a no-brainer, saving you time and money. There's millions of small businesses all over the country doing it. Get involved with them. Stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk, and with our promo code GARBAGE, you'll get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial.
Nice.
Plus free postage and a digital scale.
Not bad.
We got one in the mail the other day. It's perfect. Just go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in garbage. That's Stamps.com, promo code garbage. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
Real quick, gang, I want to talk to you about the good time Uncle Hank and the Kipster are having there on the Stereo app every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. We're chopping it up with you folks.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an after party. The free episode comes out on iTunes, Spotify. You get that. And then this is the after party. You can come. We're answering your questions live on the live stream. You record them, you send them in to us. We play them, we answer them, we make fun of you, we make fun of ourselves.
Fun.
I have a couple of beers. It's a good time, baby. Go to stereo.com/Kevin Ryan or /H Foley. The link will be in the description. We get to wet our beaks a little bit. Free to download, easy peasy. See you there. Now back to the show.
Holy
All right,
shit.
so what's a week? What's like a week?
So a week is so Sunday you would have 2 meetings, and they're back to back. So you can, like one's an hour and a half, the next one's an hour and a half. So it's basically you're
Meeting?
sitting.
Wait, like pitching? What's going on here?
It's like a church service.
Oh, okay.
So they don't call it a church; it's a Kingdom Hall. So I went to a Kingdom Hall
Sounds pretty classy, though. I'll
in
give you that.
Lewisboro, New York,
Sounds
which
like
is
Justice League.
right over the border. Yeah, right.
Sit next to the Green Lantern. I'm sorry. This is terrible. We're having a good time here. Go ahead.
So Sunday morning was 3-hour church service. And then we would have to go out knocking on doors after that for another
Damn.
2 hours. So Sunday was fucking gone.
All in that same neighborhood?
Sunday,
Yeah, hold
fun
on.
day,
Aren't
did
these
not
people
exist.
you know?
Who do I know?
So, like,
People in your neighborhood, I would assume.
where are you knocking?
So you get like a territory map.
Jesus
So like my congregation
Sell some
had
aluminum
people from
siding.
had 5 towns. So we would go knocking on doors in Ridgefield, New Canaan, Lewisboro. Where I grew up in Connecticut was right on the border of New York State. So Westchester's right over the border.
There you go.
So there was like 5 different towns that we would get like a territory map, like a 1 or 2 mile radius, and you basically just hit every fucking house in that territory map. And then if somebody's home and they are into it, which is very rare, you keep going back. Your goal is to flip them. So you're basically proselytizing.
Seems like a lot of manpower for not a lot of results.
Yeah, who would go out there? So
it's-
you do the 2 meetings on Sunday. Who's driving you? And what age do you get to start knocking on doors?
I was going out knocking on door with my parents from the time I was 6 years old. So not
When did they
even
let you start
saying
leading-
anything,
when
just
did they start
batting my
leading-
eyelashes and holding out a pamphlet.
Dude.
And no one's gonna slam a door on a.
He's got
on
the
a little kid.
mustache.
Please, my kid's fucked up. He needs your help. Just join the fucking church, will you?
Throw him a fucking bone.
When did they let you start leading the pitch? When did you get to become the Jerry Maguire? Go in there and start selling.
Who's coming with me?
Help me, help you.
Oh, God.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
It's.
I'm baffled.
Did you ever get anybody? Do you
I
remember your
never
parents?
got anybody. I had a few people that I think took pity on me and would
Extend the conversation or so.
yeah, exactly.
You were never by yourself, right?
No. You get broken up into car groups, usually of like 4 or 5 people, and you just drive around. As a kid, you're stuck in the fucking back seat, between 2 other Bible thumpers, and you're just, driving around door to door.
Would they hit a Mickey D's or something like that?
Oh yeah, that was the only saving grace. Would you had to have
I knew it had to be
a
something.
coffee
man.
break at around 11 a.m.
It's like Amway Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foley would
Yeah.
definitely fall for it if you were like, "Hey, listen, you'll get a new shirt, yeah, and we'll go for a walk and we'll stop at
I
McDonald's."
told you the Scientologist almost got me and my buddy Schreiner out in Seattle one time. Dude, we were this close. I started shaving my head. I was fucking in. They sent some fucking dime piece in.
If
to
your
talk
name's
to us.
Shriner, you might as well have a target on your back, right?
Yeah, Jesus.
They sent some smoke show in, and all of a sudden, I don't know
Yeah,
what
they
she
got
was
closers,
saying.
they
But
know
I
what-
was fucking like, yeah, let's do it. Okay, here we go. I was
Yeah.
ready to grab the things and do it.
But nobody wants to hear this shit. So basically what you're doing is you're going around and you're telling people They call it spreading the good news. So they think that they have a positive message.
But it's like fire and brimstone.
What you're basically
right?
telling people is you need to become a Jehovah's Witness. You need to become a faithful servant of Jehovah. Or when Armageddon comes, which they have been telling people for the better part of a century is around the fucking corner. When Armageddon comes,
time's perspective. You know what I mean?
when Armageddon comes, you're doomed. So that's basically the message that you're telling people when you knock on their door. So nobody wants to hear that.
Sunday.
And you're knocking on door early, dude. Like you would start.
I
at
got
like
the game on.
9
What are you doing?
Like 9 a.m.
Kids back again. Close the blind.
I got a nickel in the Giants. I got to deal with this kid with a mustache. Let's go.
So I grew up near Clearwater, which is the headquarters for Scientology, and we
Okay.
call them all Sinos.
Yeah.
Were there any names thrown your way specific for Jehovah's Witness, like Jovies?
Oh
or
yeah,
some
was
shit
anybody
that?
was anybody mean to you? Like, get the fuck out of here! You're all gonna burn in hell. Whoa.
I mean, I remember being 12 when somebody threatened to pull a gun on me. And this was in Ridge, this is like a bougie town. And I got through my whole spiel like, hey, we're doing a Bible-based volunteer work this morning, spreading the good news of Jehovah's
I'll kill
Kingdom.
you. What the fuck?
And the guy was like, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get this car out of my driveway or I'm getting my shotgun. And I was like, gotcha.
Check, please.
2 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah. I just picture the guy inside like fumbling shells and shit, trying. Honey, where the fuck's the?
Hope the starter's working on the car, huh?
Yeah. I'm just taunting him, standing right at the edge of the driveway.
You're like 90,
58.
91,
Toe in front of his
92.
mailbox.
Not
Yeah.
touching you, not touching you.
Holy shit!
I had somebody release basically sick their German Shepherd on me once, and I had to sprint to the car to get away from
What
the
the
dog.
fuck?
Dude, those dogs they scare me even when I
Now,
see
were
them
you
on
given
TV.
the full court press, or is it? Because I think I do remember once, and it was a no, we're not interested, and that was it. They walked away.
Right.
Did you have people that were like,
Oh, dude, they coach you in terms of overcoming every kind of rejection.
It's like a
So
script, yeah.
If somebody says they're Jewish, you got a line for that. If somebody says they're not interested,
not
you
everybody's
got a line for
perfect.
that.
well, you folks have a good time in hell.
Really? I don't even see your horns.
Holy
So there's a line for everything.
Oh, what
and
did they tell you you're Jewish?
I don't even fucking remember, dude. Like I was
You start talking Jewish. Hello.
Shabbat Shalom.
Make them think they're one of you. Turn your hat on backwards.
But yeah, it's constant rejection, but you're prepared for everything that they throw out at
Prepare
you.
you for stand-up comedy, huh?
Oh yeah,
Probably
yeah,
nothing.
absolutely,
Just blowing
absolutely.
through it.
But I hated going around knocking on doors, obviously. So
As a 12-year-old kid,
I
I
had
wouldn't fucking to be a paper boy.
Right, yeah. So I had a system when I was able to, like, I was never, like, in a car driving around house to house on my own because I would never do that. It was always, obligatory. But when I was in a car group, when I was, like, a teenager, I would be able to, get out of the car, go up to the house by myself, give a knock or ring the doorbell. And my move was if this bottle cap's the doorbell, I just put my finger
Fake
right
it,
next
yeah.
to the doorbell, Or if you knock, you just hover your knuckles right above the
Smart
door.
kid.
And
Damn.
it's like, oh, no one's home,
Look at you working from the inside. God
Yeah.
damn.
They answer the door. He's like, listen, I don't want anything. I just have to act like I'm talking to you.
Just nod your head.
Take the paper and then close the door.
Can you shake
I'll
a
never
knife
be
at me
dead,
or
I
something?
promise.
So when did you sit? Now, the reason I was asking
Bath, this is wild.
you, fucking bananas.
I had no
Fucking
idea.
bananas.
And the
I also
and
like
the
how you
worst
waited
part-
8 minutes to drop
Yeah.
down Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, I know.
Want to ease you into it. I don't want you to sick your dog on me,
We throw you out.
I got
Toby, get the
PTSD.
Toby, get the shotgun.
Give him 3 minutes though. I like a fair fight. 2 minutes. What the fuck? You got 2 seconds to get the fuck out of here.
So this is going to be a
I'm gonna give you 45 minutes to get the hell out of here.
Once we get into the question, it's going to be unique. What were the rules of like that the household had to be? Like you said, were you allowed to have certain things, not certain things in the household?
Have you ever seen the
Yeah.
A-Team?
I haven't. I know of it,
shit.
but I've never seen it.
Man.
So basically, it's a Bible-based religion, and they
Old
take-
Testament or New
they-
Testament?
Both. It's a combination. So
Old school.
they use a Bible called the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. So Old and New
I
Testament.
think I have that album.
I like the earlier stuff.
It's a double. Too many skits.
An intro, an outro on each disc.
Wasn't Pete Holmes in that? Wow.
All right, so
So they take the Bible at face value. So it's entirely based on restrictions. So no holidays at all growing up. No Christmas, no birthdays, not even my own birthday. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving.
I was going to ask you if you
nothing.
ever had a henna tattoo. I'll take that as a no.
Wait, and now we know how your old man afforded the house and lived in a nice
yeah, he
neighborhood.
didn't have
He never
cable.
had to drop anything on fucking Christmas presents or nothing. Think of how much they saved.
80
no
grand as a
birthdays.
Jehovah's Witness. It
Think
might
about
as well
what
be.
they saved on Halloween candy.
I know.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I was one of the few kids in my congregation that was allowed to go to public school. And it's not because my parents thought I should. It's because they were too fucking old and lazy to want to do the homeschooling thing. But a lot of kids in
Wait,
my
so
congregation...
were your brother and sisters homeschooled?
They weren't. No, they also went to public school. But a lot of my friends growing up were homeschooled. Because it's all about keeping you from
Keeping
the
you
worldly
stupid, kind of.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, wasn't
yeah.
there like a Jehovah's Witness school?
There wasn't.
Like
Nope.
a Catholic school?
No.
It was all homeschool.
You think there would be, yeah. Yeah.
Damn, fuck that.
So they want to keep you from, being exposed to any outside influence,
Were you
so-
allowed to do? What if you wanted to go over? That was the thing I wanted to ask you about, the going around door to door.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you knock on somebody's door and they'd be like, "Fucking Dougie, what are you doing here? Yeah, what are you fucking at my
Well,
house
that's
for?"
the thing. So like I grew up in Ridgefield. We had territories in 5 different towns. So I would pray every time
that's a
that we
tough
wouldn't be going around knocking on doors in Ridgefield.
Some hot
'cause-
chick from high school.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
And it would happen
It
sometimes.
happens.
Maybe a
And
Turner, who
They're like,
knows?
"What are you doing here?" And you're like, "I'm a registered sex offender."
I thought this was Tommy's house. I'll see you in trigonometry on Monday.
Truth is, I was looking around at your aluminum siding, and hey, you don't want to get stuck out in the rain with that. I'll tell you.
I used to sell roofs and siding and windows door to door. I thought that was bad.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
this
tough.
was tough.
Out of my, don't knock on fucking Foley's door. I'll tell you that.
So most kids honestly felt bad for me. I really didn't get made
Sure.
fun of a lot. There was one kid who was an asshole who was on my bus, and I wound up knocking on his door. And I knew that it was his house because he was on my bus route. And so we were driving around his neighborhood one day, and it was, you go like every other, it's like round robin in the car.
You didn't tell
who
your
gets out of
mom,
each
yo,
house.
look, it's fucking Nikki's house. I don't want to go knocking on the door.
I did, and she was like, "What are you ashamed? Why are you ashamed? You have an opportunity to tell him something that could save his life." That was her philosophy.
Get
Like,
your ass
you're
beat in the
doing
process.
you're doing him a favor by saving him from Armageddon.
Oh,
So I had to go to this kid's
have a cup
door.
of decaf, will you? Jesus Christ! Holy shit, man, that's tough.
Take a swim, will you? You got 5 acres.
Take a walk, cool your head. That's tough, man.
CBD came out 20 years too late.
That's Cussy Dreams, folks. Smokable CBD for when the Armageddon arrives.
Chick needs a chai tea and an Eddie, huh? Jesus Christ. 5 milligrams. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
so this
man.
kid, I remember the walk up to his door, just being like, God, I hope
He's just
I
waiting
hope
for you in the
Ian's
window.
not home. Yeah.
Ah, Smith, he's got the bat.
He answers the
you
door. He's
poor
like, Doug, what the
bastard.
fuck are you doing here? I was like, I am. Cat was out of the bag.
I owe you? What's going on
Yeah.
here? Thought the Eagles covered.
Oh man.
What
So-
the fuck?
So he called me Jehovah Boy for the rest of the year, which
It's not bad.
That's
not
not
the
bad.
worst.
I mean, there's yeah.
pretty cool superhero sidekick, if you ask me, right?
Jehovah boy and Bible man. Getting the shit kicked out of him in the neighborhood.
I would have gone with Bon Jovi. But that's just me.
That's why he's good.
Shout out to McMuffin.
Holy fuck.
Damn. This is fucking crazy.
That's bananas, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the best time ever going out door to door though was I was with my mom, and I knocked on a door, and this woman around my mom's age answered the door, and I went through my whole spiel, and she was very polite, nodding and smiling, listening to me, and then she just looks at my mom, looks at me, looks back at my mom. She's like, "It's 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Wouldn't you rather be at home watching cartoons, eating a bowl of cereal.
To this to you?
Yeah.
She's turning you.
And I was like, I didn't know what to say. And my mom was like, well, actually, he enjoys this. This is a volunteer work. He has an opportunity here to spread the good news.
Hey, Ma, keep your mouth shut. What are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
was
You got a
I
little
was
sugar
like,
smacks?
Can you be my mom?
Yeah. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
At what age did you get out of it?
So I was, you know, I was in
hands
it.
us a pamphlet.
Yeah, I locked the door. Now that I'm here, now that I got your attention. So 3 meetings a week. Tuesday night was a Bible study at our house. So people would have to volunteer to have part of
This
the
is like in
congregation
high
come
school?
to their house.
Were you allowed to play
from
sports?
the time I was born till I was 20 years old. No sports, no school dances. Couldn't go over to anybody's house, anybody that I went to school with. You look like you have a tear running down your eyes.
Wait, hold on.
crazy.
Wait, hold on a second. Friday night, you can't go stay at fucking Railing's house or whoever
No.
and get a pizza and
Can't go
sleep
to
over?
games. Nope. I could only hang out with other Jehovah's Witness kids.
Oh, what'd you guys do?
He was in solitary.
What'd you guys do?
Just draw Hitler mustaches on
Work
our,
on your
on our
pitches?
publications.
Work on your pitches with each other?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
What
it
the
was-
fuck?
It was brutal. But at the same time, I mean, it definitely sucked, but I was raised that way, so I didn't really, it's not like I had holidays and they were taken away from
Sure,
me.
you didn't
know
really
what I
know
mean?
any different.
Yeah.
But you were
yeah.
showing up to fucking school and fucking, me and Kippy got 2 Ninja Turtles in our hands and fucking pepperoni all over our face. We got fucking Ecto coolers for lunch. We're having a good time. We're talking about some titty we saw in Miami Vice last night. Aren't you like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I still watch scrambled porn too. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
you-
he's not an
you-
animal.
You get away with as much as you can.
Imagine
Yeah, you're still a kid
Imagine
at the end
getting
of the
caught.
day, yeah.
Imagine
But, like-
getting caught. You would have been done.
Oh yeah. Total castration.
Burned at the stake.
My but like you remember in school when a kid would have a birthday, bring in cupcakes, pass around
Right.
cupcakes.
Sure.
I had to leave the fucking classroom and go sit in the library by myself until the birthday celebration was over.
Man.
Pledge of Allegiance. Jehovah's Witnesses are neutral, so Pledge of Allegiance, I just had to fucking stand there with my hands at my side. First day of kindergarten, looking like fucking Colin
Sounds like some
Kaepernick.
commie bullshit if you
You
ask
fucking
me.
take that bullshit fucking somewhere else. That ain't fucking happening.
Damn.
Tell my old man that. He can't. My dad pledges allegiance to the flag every morning in the living room. Holy dude, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Plus
So-
those fucking homemade cupcakes back in the day, man, when somebody's mom would do them right. and
That's
they
what
were
you're
like,
upset about?
Oh, they were fantastic.
You didn't get
Perfect.
imaginary cupcakes, and that's what you're upset about. In this scenario, you didn't get cupcakes.
I'm saying I feel bad for Smith that he missed out on that shit. Because some of those moms back in the day, they knew what they were doing around the oven.
Eat the cupcake anyway. Strike me down, Jehovah. It's too good.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't, but I would have kids. You know, like I said, kids felt bad for me. I didn't
Fuck
get,
yeah.
I didn't get bullied because it was like too
Yeah,
far.
it's too past
Yeah,
that.
it was
That it
too
was
much,
like, all right, we
man.
gotta take it easy on this kid. So kids would actually like save me a little corner of their cupcake, or even like
And would
save the
you
wrapper.
have it or no?
To this day, I still will just like suck on the cupcake wrapper because that's what my first birthday cupcake ever was. We're just sucking the chocolate crumbs out of a wrapper.
Well, thanks for coming
shit.
by.
This guy just got out of Shawshank.
Yeah. And for that day, I was not even a Jehovah's Witness. It was just like I was a regular guy.
I just quit the grocery store. I'm hanging myself tonight.
Yeah, no
Doug
shit.
was here.
Fucking Brooksy over here. Take it easy.
I just like the structure.
Yeah. This is Are You Garbage, not Are You Suicidal.
Maybe I'll rob the bake sale and they'll send me back. Dude, what the fuck, man?
Okay, but what was your first? What was your first Christmas like though? Once you were out,
It was horrible because
You know what he was doing?
Because I
He's
overcompensated.
got the tree in the kitchen. The fucking lights are inside.
Got a menorah going. Doesn't know what's up.
It took him 2 weeks to wrap the presents. He's got nothing. Stockings are hung upside down. Holy shit, man. Scared of the Scrooge? What the fuck?
Yeah. Stockings are full of cum. I can finally jack off.
Oh, yeah.
So my first Christmas was I was 21, and as a 21-year-old, I spent $600 on presents.
Good for you.
For my family.
Wait a minute. What do you
they
mean?
get-
No, because they were all out. So let's back
Yeah,
that
back
up.
it up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So 3 meetings a week. You know, none of the shit that most kids have and enjoy. And then when I was 17, my mom died of a brain aneurysm. So she, she was the one
I feel
who
bad
was
about that decaf line. Shit. you gotta warn me of this shit, Dougie.
I know your rope-a-doping is really good here.
What the fuck? Rumble in the jungle. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Hey, I'm from Connecticut, by the way.
strap in, boys.
This is a this guy's bonkos.
You ever ride around in a minivan on a Sunday morning? Everybody jacked up on coffee?
This is a fun one.
Fuck.
All right, so your mom passes when you're 17.
She dies when I'm 17, and she was the one
driving the bus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So my dad and I, we kept it up for another 3 years because it's your world. You know,
that's
what
all
I mean?
you
Like
know.
the
Yeah,
congregation
you
is like
can't
a
just-
family. Like when you're in it, you are taken care of. You know, so again, similar to Hasidic Jews. Like, you know, you're sick. They'll help you pay your medical bills. They'll watch a kid for you. They'll bring you meals. Like you are taken care of.
Really?
But once you're
How's
out,
the food?
my mom couldn't cook worth a shit.
Yeah.
So
I imagine it was all like bland, like
everything was
like Amish
boiled.
food.
I had old parents, so they ate like they were
True.
they ate like they survived the Depression. You know, everything
not
was
doing
boiled. So
couple of slices, something. It's fucking nuts here. The fuck.
but when you're out, you're completely ostracized.
Sure,
you
I
know?
bet.
So my dad and I, even though technically my mom's out of the picture, I have carte blanche to do what I want. I have my freedom, so to speak. That was my world, you know, for fucking 17 years.
Yeah.
Did your brothers and your older siblings, did they continue to practice it?
No. So my whole childhood was watching them one after another leave and watching my mom just heartbroken every time because it was so important to her.
Would she still talk to them and stuff like that? Would you still see them?
Not so much.
God
not really.
damn.
Not really. So even my own siblings, once they were out, it was very visits were very few and far between.
Jesus.
So like, you know, the three of them left one after another, and you know, so
Left the church.
Yeah, exactly. So if I left, you know, it would have been it was
You
it
knew
would have been
there
like
was
a
more.
fucking
You were the
prison
last
shanking,
man
you know,
standing.
just
Yeah. That's tough.
But you
That
knew
was
in the
you
back
on
of
a
your
bit.
head, you were like, I'm not fucking doing this forever.
I
right?
did, yes.
You
So
knew
once
you were
I
gonna
was
get
once
out.
I was like 15, and you
Dude,
know,
no parties, no football games, no dances. What about going to the movies with your friends?
not even, dude. I used to feel so guilty.
Movies with his friend. What are you talking about? He had his first Christmas at 21. Movies with his friends. Kid didn't even have birthdays.
You couldn't go to the movies.
What the fuck is a movie, dude?
Also, I love how like John Q. America's head's exploding. In this.
He saw Footloose and was like, "What is this, a documentary?"
No Kevin Bacon. I'm out. Holy shit!
Yeah.
So your high school experience.
Oh, it was awful.
There was none.
I can't
No.
believe, dude. I'm amazed.
He was waiting in the library when the cupcakes came around. What do you think he's getting fucking? He's
Send him
getting
out
to
to-
second base under the bleachers? No.
Send them out to the parking lot.
Dude, I used to feel so guilty about masturbating because even masturbating, like, so frowned upon. Like,
But you
you're
were still doing it.
shamed for even having thoughts, like impure thoughts. But I used to feel so guilty about masturbating. Every time I did it, I would put $5 in a
Oh,
jar.
I'd be broke. Jesus Christ.
Buy those.
I'd be picking up shifts at the fucking warehouse.
Be able to buy those 5 acres in 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. So $5 in a jar to keep?
No, to donate to the church. Because that's the entire organization is funded by donations.
By masturbation.
Doug's whack
I
money.
single-handedly built 5 fucking Kingdom Halls.
How do you think they got that?
guarantee
How do you
you,
think
yeah.
they got property in Dumbo?
You're welcome, you ingrates.
Damn.
So I worked after school jobs from the day I turned 16. My mom drove me into the middle of town. Had no idea what we were doing. I thought we were just running errands. She pulled up in the middle of town, Main Street, She was like, get out of the car. I'm going to pick you up in 2 hours. You better have a job by then. And I got a job at an office supply store, and I worked all through high school. And like you said, all of my fucking money went into the jerk-off fund. All of it. So
I can't believe you're as normal as
How'd you
I've
land
known
on
you.
$5 too?
it was like enough.
Like, I
of
got 100. It's going to be a long week. That's what I want to know. How do you put a nominal fee
Yeah.
on
Must
that?
have a pretty nice piece.
If I saw some
I'd only
scrambled
pay-
porn the night before, I'd have to put in a double shift.
I'd only pay $1.50 for my unit. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
I
silver
got no
dollar.
$5 dick. I'll tell you.
I started
that.
edging from an early age
Yeah,
to save
so-
a couple
yeah,
bucks.
yeah.
That doesn't count, big man.
dumping cold water down there.
I never pulled the trigger.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So so when
Your mom passes. You're 17.
she passes, I'm 17. My dad and I keep it up for another 3 years. Even though we both, when she dies, he had been sober for about 30 years. He went completely off the
I
rails.
love that.
Started
I don't
drinking hardcore.
kind of like that. I like the romance of that.
I
you-
did too. My
are you-
first drink was after my mom's funeral. I just got fucking hammered on Mike's Hard Lemonade, and so my dad and
Hold on
I.
a second.
He didn't even do that right.
Wait a minute. Who's fucking serving Mike's
You
Hard
drink like
Lemonade?
a girl.
Who's serving Mike's Hard Lemonade at a funeral?
Yeah, where was it?
What the fuck?
Cancun? What the fuck's going on?
I mean, I
Bud
was.
Lights, you had to go to the library.
They got a
It was
smearing off
kind of a
ice.
celebration, if I'm being honest.
They got a smearing off ice in the casket. Hey, you got ice.
Wait, so when she passed, did you know, like, all right, I'm going, like, I can now, obviously you're not going to, like, rip it right off, but you're
Right,
like, I'm
right.
going to slowly start my descent. Like, I'm going to go to 2 services a week or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
kinda
I
slow it down.
already started questioning things when I was like 15. When
You're still in high school. The next fucking party that weekend, I'm going. Movies, candy, fucking all that stuff. I'd be getting in like it was the bucket list.
I was the amount of fucking guilt that I had, thinking that I had to maintain it and keep doing it out of respect for her. You know, at all the
Sure.
amount of pressure that I had
Of
put on
course,
me
yeah.
to be the only one of her kids that didn't, fall
Run
by
away.
the wayside.
Yeah.
Because it was
Is
so
it going to burn
important.
in hell for all eternity?
Yeah, pretty much.
God
I mean,
bless you,
dude,
man.
she was into it. She was not a casual member.
That's nuts. I remember being like 7 in church, being like, "You fucking people!" Like, it didn't even click then for me. I was like, "I'm just doing this until I don't have to anymore." I'm like, "You guys really all believe this?"
But
As soon
dude,
as my
that's,
communion's over, I'm out.
Yeah.
that's why I feel like I'm so good at coping with boredom, because I would sit through 9 hours of church services a week. So like, and 2 of them are at night. So like Tuesday, Thursday, you get half your homework done. Then you got to fucking suit up, go to the Kingdom Hall. You're there for 3 hours.
Does
You got to
sound pretty
come
nice,
home,
though.
try to finish your fucking homework. And so I used to be so bored at the meetings. We had these Bibles that were this thick with like a string bookmark, and I would just tune out the second there was no priest. There was like elders in the congregation. And I would tune out to the point that I would just like take the bookmark string and put it in my mouth and just like swallow it all the way to the base of the shaft, basically, and then just like slowly pull it out. Like this is the shit that I resorted to
Nah, it
pass
sounds
the
cool.
time during the meetings.
It's like guys who fall in love with the torture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a Jehovah, but I do have a future in porno. Just deep throating this bookmark.
This kid's eating rulers.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, and that's another thing. So I was doing that also from an early age. So everybody in the congregation, it's like I said, it's
Doing
not
what?
just one priest, giving sermons to the congregation.
Oh.
So my first sermon to the congregation was when I was 8 years old. Wasn't even tall enough to reach the microphone at the podium.
What'd
They
you
had to
open
pull out a
with?
literal soapbox. My Down syndrome joke.
It's killing.
And I did that all through my childhood, teenage years too, and I was good at it.
I imagine,
And I had elders come up to me being like, "Hey, you should, you could." They have these things called circuit overseers, which are basically like the best speakers of the elders. They go around. They're basically homeless. They're like religious troubadours, so to speak. They basically just bounce around from congregation to congregation, giving talks. And they were trying to groom me to be one of those guys.
Damn.
So that's why, you know, I never had a fear of public speaking because I was in it from the time I was fucking
There
8
you
years
go.
old.
And face
you know?
rejection door to door for
Yeah.
fucking years. Damn.
Exactly. So yeah, my dad and I were both just huge fucking booze bags for 3 years, and you know, totally enabling each other. And
From 17 to 21.
17 to 20, yeah,
What about college?
Did you take the SATs?
I did. Yeah, I
What'd
know
you
that's a
get?
big question. 1080. 1080.
Pretty
which-
good. Pretty
good.
Pretty over 4. That's
It's not bad because I never, again, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't allowed to go to college, so I never
Wait, what?
thought. Yeah, because again, you know, you're mingling with worldly
Can't go to
folks.
college?
You're mingling with
The guy was licking cupcake
pagans
wrappers.
and
What are you?
heathens.
What don't you get? Can't go to college?
What about Phoenix online or something like that? Can't take
So you
a-
never
I'd
been to
rather be a
Vegas?
Jehovah.
God.
Holy
so,
shit.
He was Connecticut Amish, dude.
T-bone on the boards, baby.
Amish with a bow tie. Look
Yeah.
out. It's coming in hot. Dude. I'm fucking
Yeah.
floored.
I had subwoofers in the back of my horse and buggy.
All right, so 21. You're 20 years old.
20 years old. So I was able to convince my dad to let me go to art school with the caveat that I would commute from home. So I
Only
wasn't allowed to
draw
live on
Jesus?
campus. I was
It's going to be tasteful. Pop. It's gonna be tasteful.
So I went to School of Visual Arts on 23rd Street, but I commuted from home every day. And
Okay.
it's like hour and a half each way, so 3 hours round trip. It was a horror. You know, it's not the college experience. It was fucking awful.
Are you ever
So I
staying?
dropped out after 2 years.
Are you ever staying in the city one night or two with like some friends?
No,
Peep show or something? Nothing?
no. I mean,
No
I was,
sex
I
at
was
this
still
point.
a good boy. Nope, no sex.
Nothing. Good looking
I
kid
didn't.
too.
I didn't lose my virginity till I was 21. So like half, you know, a solid year after I left. Keep in mind, you have your.
He has like no
You've
real
no
so
game.
He
You've
can't-
no game.
He can't close.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's his first day at the big game.
I rang your doorbell. I got nothing. I walked away. What do you mean?
Can I tell you about the Armageddon in my pants? Good news, folks. Oh, God.
You want to see the body of Doug? Nothing on that? Come on.
Dude, I'm fucking baffled. This put us through the ringer.
I
I had
had-
so many questions. Have you ever owned a pinball machine?
I was going to honestly
Have
ask,
you ever Old Navy performance, please? None of this shit.
I was going to say, what do you think about Baby Bell cheeses? Jesus Christ. Fucking Lake of Fire boy over here. Holy
You
shit.
say Lake of Fire.
Holy fuck, man.
Oh my God.
Is your pop
Yeah.
still with us? Is he still alive? Or
No.
He passed?
No. He's still with us. He's gonna be 90 in June.
Fucking drinking and fucking like a madman up there on those
Is
acres.
he still boozing, or did he get back on the wagon?
He's still boozing. He's still
Yeah,
dabbing. So every
that's
time I
pretty
call him,
good.
I hear the ice cubes clinking around.
So tell us the exodus of the church, and then we're going to ask
Okay.
you some Are You Garbage questions.
Yes. So
We're gonna try to.
Have you ever seen a television?
Have you ever drank coffee? I think that's Mormons as the
I feel
caption.
like I'm talking to Kenneth from 30 Rock over here. This fucking guy.
Dude,
Doug,
this
you
story
poor bastard.
is. Do you talk about
Dude, I
this a lot?
thought you were gonna say
How-
fucking lacrosse team. You fucking gorgeous kid. Fucking,
know.
I was banging 4 teachers at a time. I drove a Scirocco. I don't know something, man.
Sure.
I worked at a Cold Stone. I was fucking the owner. Dude.
yeah,
Do you talk
Holy
about this on
shit.
stage a lot or no? I was gonna say because
No,
it's never
you
been
don't.
like.
I have. So
No
when
one's
I
ever
started
like,
out,
everyone's ever been like, did you hear Doug's bit about being the Jehovah? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You
Well,
have other keystone bits that people.
as I'm sure you can tell from this conversation, it's too much to do a couple of random.
It's a
jokes
lot
on
to
set,
unpack.
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So my
They'd never
goal,
let you get out of there.
yeah, my goal before the pandemic was to do just an hour,
Like a one-man
themed
show
stand-up
type,
show
yeah,
just
yeah.
about that.
Wow.
Which I'm actually now turning into a podcast where I basically start out with a story and then
Sure.
basically interview another guest about their childhood and all the shit that I missed out on.
That's fantastic,
See
dude.
if the
It's
grass
such a
is
compelling,
greener.
wild story.
I don't mean to tell you, it was fucking awesome. It was, dude, fantastic. Fucking roller coasters and fucking nerds and fun dip and the whole 9 yards. Man.
Yeah, I got none of that.
Jesus.
So I did it for as long as I fucking could. You know, that 3 year period from 17 to 20 was just fucking miserable. Just
going through the
drunk and
motion.
fucking sad
Yeah.
And you weren't supposed to be drinking,
saw what
right?
was out there. No,
So
definitely
you
not.
and your dad were drinking on the low. Don't tell anybody
we
about
used
this.
to get hammered and then do a fucking coin toss to see who was gonna drive to the Kingdom Hall, because we were both fucking ham boned.
That's pretty great. That's pretty rock star.
Yeah.
And did you say you were both ham bone? What a fucking line.
That fucking rule.
Yo, Kippy just lifted that. That's a Kippy original. T-Bone, cut that out.
This kid's ham bone. Make a soup out of him. Fucking wasted.
Ham bone. Woo-wee. I'm getting ham bone this weekend for sure.
I'm getting ham bone tonight.
You can't. You're on your heart medication.
Ah, God damn it. I'm like a Jehovah's Witness. I can't do anything. Goddamn heart medication. Bastards. All right.
So
the Exodus.
So I reached a breaking point. I couldn't do it anymore. I was commuting to fucking SVA every day. I was like one of those typical commuter assholes, getting drunk on tall boys on my ride home every day.
Let me ask you. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
Yeah.
If you guys were breaking the rules drinking,
Right.
why was your dad busting your balls about fucking commuting to school? If he was breaking the rules already too.
It wasn't just him. It was me thinking I was doing the right thing. Like I found a little loophole in the system. You know,
Okay.
like I'm technically attending classes, but I'm not being immersed in the college experience. You know, I'm still kind of keeping myself sheltered from the outside world.
Other
you know?
kids like, dude, we're going to fucking Spooners later. You want to come and hang out?
Well, that's the good thing about art school. It's just a bunch of fucking
Bunch of dorks.
I was in an animation program. It was like 98% Korean girls, you know, and
I'm
like,
listening.
These guys are getting lazy.
Korean co-eds. Uh-huh.
Good night.
it's not, you know,
Talk
art
about
school is
ham
not it's not like
There's
being on a
no
normal
frats or
campus.
I got
yeah,
you.
exactly.
You weren't at fucking the University of Miami or something like that.
Exactly.
All right.
So I reached a breaking point. I sat my dad down one night after dinner, and I was like, Dad, I gotta
After some nice boiled meat
yeah.
and 2 cases of beer.
What's your dad drink?
After some boiled ham and 3 cases
He
of
drank,
hard
Some twisted tea in a boot.
He was a Canadian whiskey guy.
Nice. Wow.
I was anything guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you drink now still?
I don't. I quit drinking about a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
But I
Congrats.
threw down fucking hard for 20 years to
long
make
time.
up
I
for
remember you
lost time.
boozing. I remember
Oh,
you
yeah.
boozing at the clubs when we were working together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always have a fucking.
I definitely got my fill.
It was something on the rocks. It was like a whiskey or something on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went right into it.
Man, he just went 1,000-yard
Ah,
stare right
should
to
have saw that coming.
He was like, yeah, I did.
Because I'm in the back of my head, I used to always think about that. Because I'd be like, I'm gonna get a Corona. You'd be like, give me a double neat. Give me a double telly boy neat.
Yeah, I made up for lost time for sure. So I sat him down and I was like, Dad, I got to tell you something. And I'm already all emotional. I got tears streaming down my face because I'm worried that he's gonna be distraught, you know. And I was like, I think I got to tell you something. And he goes, I think I know what it is. And I was like, you do?
We're out of Mike's Lemonade. Flip a coin. Who's
He's
driving?
like, you're gay. You're not gay? You go to art school. So it's like, I got to tell you something. He's like, I think I know what it is. And I was like, you do? He's like, you don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, how'd you know? He's like, shit, I don't want to do this anymore either.
You've been doing that still, dog? Jesus Christ. I haven't done that shit in years. Wait, you still been going?
He's chopping up coke at the thing.
He's got a 4 logo.
Live it up, you bitch.
Fucking face tattoo. Okay.
So to this day, it's the closest moment my dad and I have ever had.
Sure, I
Like, a
imagine.
big embrace, huge, just the most relief I've ever felt in my entire life. Just knowing that we were on the same page. Like, all right, we don't have to do this anymore. We did this for 3 years thinking it was the right thing, but we're going to fucking blow our brains out if we keep this up. So we just kind of stopped going to meetings.
Were they
and
calling?
Started going to AA meetings. Listen, it meets at a church. That'll do it.
Were they calling? They don't let you walk away, right?
They kept after us for a little while.
Wow.
But you know, it wasn't like a hard and fast line drawn in the sand. Like we're fuck you, we're done with this. We kind of tapered off a little bit. You know, less and less meetings, and they finally. I don't think anybody could blame us. You know what I mean? Because my mom was so in it, and they knew that our. You know, they saw us showing up at the Kingdom Hall hammered for the last 3 years, so they weren't.
Sure.
Oh, they knew you were this kept it under wraps.
Yeah, they knew we were just going through the motions.
Sure.
So nobody was really that surprised. You know what I mean?
What was the first thing you did? Like when I know you said it wasn't hard and fast, but like in your head it is. In your head it's like, oh my God, I don't have to do this anymore. Like what's the first thing you did?
How much time we got left? Because
Buddy,
He ate a birthday cake.
the floor is yours.
So we have
an eternity in hell, apparently.
Yeah.
So take your time.
You can kick me out of here, but watch your ass.
I'll keep knocking.
So one of my friends in the congregation, who I'm still friends with,
The building's
to this
gonna
day,
get pissed. We let them in.
Yeah, once you leave
The
here,
door, yeah,
you don't go knocking on the
I'm
other
gonna have to walk him out the front. The doorman's gonna be like, "Fucking Kippy, who let the Jehovah's Witness in?"
this kid tried to flip me on the way in.
Hey Hector, have you heard the good news?
Yeah, I love how you
Catching on quick.
I love how you use the phrase "flipping."
Yeah, that's real Bon Jovi.
That's
fucking
not in the
lingo.
Old Testament. What is that? Fucking Joe Pesci to the Romans? Hey, what you want to do is flip them. That. Come on, I'm ready to walk out. That was gold.
It was a little wordy. Joe Pesci to the Roman.
T-Bone, where you at over here?
Dude,
I thought that was going to be a showstopper.
I can tell.
I thought the lights were going to pop out on that.
It did stop it just the wrong way.
I think Doug just laughed to be nice.
Dude, it's like you mixed up 5 genres in 9 movies. I didn't know what was going on.
This guy's all over the place.
I still don't know what movies are, so I'm just taking your word for it.
Joe Pesci.
Who the fuck is Joe Pesci?
Is that like a kinetoscope?
All right. Back at it. Holy shit.
So one of my buddies in the congregation, big shout out to Matt, still one of my best buddies.
Matty.
He kind of had his toe dipped in the water of the outside world from a much earlier age.
This story is nuts, dude. I can't believe we had none. He was coming up like, so what do you know about Doug? Where's he from? Dude, Jesus Christ.
I only know the one story. I know the one Doug Smith story that we haven't even gotten to.
Not even close.
Yeah. That's, I mean, my heathen life is a completely separate chapter.
I can't wait to hear about you going on Rumspringa.
Fucking Doug Smith straight to hell tour.
Well, this is it. This is what we're getting to.
God. All right.
So my buddy Matt, he'd been working in the restaurant business since he was like 15. Like started out as like a bar back, and he was always a good cook though, and so he wanted to work his way up in the culinary world. So he worked at various restaurants in Westchester. He was a manager at once, and he was like I always kind of looked up to him because he was successfully living a double life. You know what I mean? Like he was drinking, doing coke. He was banging the fucking manager of this restaurant, this woman who was married with 3 kids, like banging her in her office. Like
you're at a paper supply store or something like that.
Yes.
Jesus.
So I fucking idolized this dude. I was like, all right, if he can do it, maybe if I finally get the balls, you know. So then when I finally left, Jehovah's Witnesses, he was living in San Diego. I needed to get the fuck out of my parents' house. I need to get out of the congregation. I just needed to get away, you know. So he was like, come out to San Diego. It's beautiful here. We live 2 blocks from Pacific Beach. Come check it out if you want to move in with us. He was living with another guy that he met. You're welcome to. So I go out there. He picks me up from the airport. He's acting super squirrely. And I was like, what's going on, dude? He's like, I got an ounce of Coke in my glove box.
Jesus.
He's like, I'm doing a little dealing on the side. And
It's a real
I had
double
never,
life.
you know.
To pick you up from the airport?
I was just like thrown to the wolves, dude. I had never seen cocaine before. Like, I hadn't seen him, and like he had been living out there for like a year, so I had no idea the extent to which he went off the rails, you know. So
Literally.
I get
got on the rails.
Yeah.
So I get to their apartment, and it is the worst squalor I've ever seen in my life. It looks like you know how like West Coast apartment complexes are. It's like single story kind of horseshoe shaped complex, wall to wall carpeting. Like the sink was just loaded with dishes, flies everywhere, like thick shag carpet in the living room, just covered in like weed residue. Just like beer cans with the beer can bong things littered around. It was just bong water. It was just disgusting. Just fucking squalor. Their electricity had gotten shut off because they hadn't paid the electric bill.
The hell
so
kind of
living
coke
by
dealer is this
candlelight.
kid? What the fuck? You got an ounce. You gotta keep the fucking heat on.
Yeah, at least a little bit of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the product do the talking,
No
right?
shit. You got the salesman experience.
So as soon as I get there, they're like, "What do you think of this place? It's a real shithole, right?" And I was like, "It's kind of gross." They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna set it on fire and collect renter's insurance." It was like a running joke all week. We just got a $25,000 renter's insurance policy with, and it was we were laughing about it all week. And
meanwhile, you got a guy in the biz. Your dad could have fucking helped you out too a little bit,
right? Yeah. So. It was a great week because just boozing. I didn't do coke, but I smoked weed for the first time out of a Sprite can. It felt like a fucking shotgun blast to the lungs, but I was like hooked on weed immediately. So I was just getting high as fuck every day.
It's like training day.
Yeah. Going to the beach every day, just passing
Not what you know, it's what you can prove, dog.
Talking about going to see the Three Wise Men, huh?
So his roommate JC, he's also
sounds respectable.
Yeah. By the way, the first I know of this guy, I walk in and on their coffee table, there's like 3 Polaroids of a huge dick, and I was like, "What are these?" He's like, "That's JC. That's JC, my roommate." And I flip over the Polaroid, and a phone number is written on the back of the Polaroid. And Matt was like, "Yeah, JC likes to go to bars and slip these in women's purses." That was his pickup strategy. Don't talk to a girl. Take a Polaroid of your dick, write your phone number on the back, and slip it in a woman's purse.
Holy fuck.
You got the piece, not a bad idea.
Lead with the product, right?
So I see this dude's dick before he even emerges from the room. So, he's already got a reputation.
I've heard good things.
So,
Your first taste of the outside world was exactly what your mom thought it was.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. It was, yeah.
He had
all
no
that
shit.
and a bag
Your
of
mom was
chips.
right.
So it's a great week. I'm like, this is paradise. I'm hanging out on the beach, getting plastered every day, smoking weed. They're working during the day. We hang out at night. And then finally, the day before I'm supposed to go home, I'm sitting on the couch one morning, eating cereal, watching TV, and the front door swings open, and JC is standing there in a suit. He's like backlit from, I remember just like seeing his silhouette, and he's like backlit from the sun, and he's holding the gas tank from his motorcycle.
Oh my god!
Holding it like a football. And he walks in through the kitchen. I was like, "What's going on, man?" He's like, "Pack your shit, man. It's going down." And I was like, "Hey, yeah, right." He's like, "I'm serious, man. I'm torching this place." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm serious, man. Pack your shit. It's going down." And I'm sitting there, and I watch him walk over. Keep in mind, the electricity is shut off. They're going by candlelight for a full fucking week.
What the fuck?
I watched this dude douse a fucking laundry basket in gasoline, shove it into the closet, and he's like, "Dude, pack your shit. I'm doing it. It's going down." So I pack my stuff, and then I'm like, "All right, hold on. I don't want to be an accomplice here, but I also don't want it to be obvious that there's arson going on, right?" So my genius idea, I grab a roll of toilet paper and like a fuse, I just toilet paper the whole inside of the apartment because I'm thinking, all right, if they're going to torch this place, they might as well do it right, So I toilet paper the whole inside of the apartment, and then right before he strikes the match, I'm like, this probably isn't a good idea because if this doesn't burn, it's going to look pretty suspicious, So I quickly like take it down, and he fucking strikes a match, tosses it in the laundry basket. I hop on the fucking beach cruiser with my duffel bag, and I'm riding out to the beach, and my heart is pounding out of my chest. I'm hanging on the beach, and sure enough, within 10 minutes, just sirens galore. And I call Matt, and I was like, dude, JC did it. I didn't want to like say what it, over the phone. I was like, JC did it. And there was like,
I kind of wish you weren't telling us.
Yeah, right. He dumped this episode. Jesus.
What's the statute of limitations in California?
I don't know.
So there was just like a silence on the phone. I didn't need to elaborate at all. He's like, all right, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And so there's
Flexible
sirens
hours.
going. And I was like, I want to see what the damage is here. I want to
Never
see what we're dealing
return to
with.
the scene of the
Nah.
crime, dog.
So I hop on the beach cruiser and I go as close as I can to see without actually getting spotted. Keep in mind, nobody knows I'm there. You know, I
Sure,
can't
yeah,
get
yeah.
pinched for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pinch for anything.
there's
This kid learns quick.
Yeah, right? I ain't going back.
Grabbed a couple of JC's Polaroids and I got the hell out of there.
something to remember him by. So I pedal over there, and sure enough, there's a hole in the roof, like the width of this room, like a huge hole in the roof. And there's like 3 fire trucks, ambulance, cop cars. They could have killed the entire apartment complex.
What? Yeah.
But luckily they put it out, and Matt has to like give this whole sob story to the cops. And basically, they used that. They were like, well, "Listen, our electricity went out. We were going by candlelight all week. One of the candles must have tipped over, and that was another thing that JC did. He took a stool and he tipped it over right next to the laundry basket with like a couple of candles near there that I guess didn't burn. So their whole story of a candle tipping over and igniting the place fucking worked, even though they doused the thing with gasoline. Arson police didn't suspect a thing, and they got fucking 25 grand, and they blew it in a matter of 2 months with trips to Vegas on like cocaine and hookers. So obviously I never moved to San Diego.
Holy shit. Can you
Because
say that publicly?
the place I was
you
gonna
gave out
live-
first and last names.
I know. I don't know. If we
This
can
was
remember.
like 15 years ago.
I don't
So that was
think
100 years ago. What are you talking about? Fucking- this was in Cincinnati.
That's a hell of a screenplay you wrote there, Doug, while you were in Hollywood.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Dude.
that was that
You
was
went off
my,
the
that was
deep
my
end in your
rum
first
springer
weekend,
for sure.
yeah.
And then so you went back. So you go back home.
So I
how
go
was
back
San
home.
Diego? Yeah,
It's hot there.
Did you have a Power Wheels growing up? So it was a no to the henna tattoo, right? Holy shit.
All right,
Let's
go
run through a couple as it is. Are you garbage?
We got to.
I did tell that story. You remember Mark Norman and Matt Ruby had a podcast like 10 years ago. We're all friends here. And I remember telling that on that. And Jay Welch, you guys know Jay Welch?
Yeah.
He was a lawyer, and he came up to me afterward. He's like, you better find out what the statute of limitations is before you keep telling that story. And then I found, I hope.
Well, don't let Jesus Christ. I thought about Googling it. We'll put our lawyers on it.
Yeah.
Tebow?
I was going to Google it, but I'm not allowed to touch computers. What are you going to do?
Let's just say if any listeners work in the San Diego PD, be cool.
Hold on.
We'll send you a couple of fucking hoodies.
Hey, I got a
Maybe.
deck of cards if you'll play ball.
Before we get to the questions, let me give out the street address.
Dude, this guy's all over the fucking place.
Dude, you're fucking bonkos. Man.
And to answer your
Something
question, yes, I had Power Wheels.
Really? No.
I did. I mean, I could still get toys. It just couldn't be on a special occasion.
Okay.
Oh, so
okay.
did you have like a G.I. Joe's and growing up and Transformers?
I did. Yeah, I had a couple of Transformers.
Good,
No,
but were you-
G.I. Joes.
Were you
What?
allowed to watch TV, did you say?
I was, but, like no MTV, no music videos.
But you could watch
I wasn't allowed to
cartoons.
watch Ren and Stimpy, and now I know why. I wouldn't let my kid watch Ren and Stimpy. It's very,
Edgy.
yeah. It's very.
I haven't watched it. I
I
have to
know.
go back and put some
gru-
new
it's
fresh
gruesome-
eyes on
It's
it.
gruesome homoeroticism,
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Ren
a
and Stimpy,
fucking
man. It was way ahead of its time.
It's a raunchy show. So, yeah, I was allowed to watch TV. My mom, I was allowed to buy music. My mom read the liner notes of every CD that I brought home. And if there was any curse words, straight in the garbage.
Damn.
I was a
What
big
the fuck? You got the receipt. Sam Goody's down the block. Well, you can't go back.
Turn it.
I was a big rap fan as a teenager. My mom found all my rap CDs when I was away one weekend, like $400 worth of rap CDs. Made me throw all of them out.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I was allowed to live a somewhat secular life, but with parameters.
Yeah.
No R movies,
short
yeah,
leash.
Yeah,
Man, this all culminates to that weekend in San Diego. Holy fuck. If that's not an argument against organized religion, I don't know what is. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Whew.
I got one for you now.
Yeah, what
Okay.
about now? What's the situation now? What, was your wife, she normal? She normal?
Yeah. She grew up.
Did she know any of this?
Yeah, but she had no idea the extent of this when we got together. She was. I was.
Every time we have sex, he puts a 20 in a fucking in a shoebox.
Where's my nest egg? I'm building churches over here.
Yeah.
Every time he comes, he starts bawling his eyes out and wants a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I don't know what to do with this kid. Wow.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was only 3 years out when we got together. So, I've been in, you say I seem like a normal guy. I've been in therapy for the last 12 years.
Sure.
Lots of anger, lots of resentment, lots of feelings of feeling like I've lost out on a lot of time,
Yeah, well, it's a fucking big man rubbing it in. It doesn't
So-
help.
No
You're
guilt.
telling me you never had nerd rope?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna sit here and tell me you don't eat Peeps? Wait, so
I'm
you never had
sorry.
stuffed crust pizza? You never felt a boob at a roller skating party?
No? Ah, that was the best. I'm sorry. I'm so shocked.
7 minutes in heaven was just me alone jerking off.
And $55.
Yeah.
Like other people ate cupcakes. Man.
Whew. I don't even know what.
Sorry, I know that's more than you guys were bargaining on.
No, it's
Wow.
fucking fantastic.
Fantastic. It's fantastic. I wish it was sweeps week. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. If I can put this out tonight at midnight.
I mean, have you ever bought pre-cut denim jeans? I don't fucking...
What about now? What's the sit now? TV with the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah. I mean,
You let the kids. Your kid has birthdays. You do Christmas. You do all that stuff.
That's the great thing about having a kid is I'm able to kind of
Relive it.
watch
with
him
Yeah.
enjoy all the shit that I wasn't allowed to have, and it's it doesn't make up for that, but it's nice to be able to.
to provide it.
And the thought of putting him through that is fucking crazy. The thought of making
if
him
you
go
would
to
do
church
it.
services
Oh,
and
God. Yeah.
like it's fucking mind blowing.
Jesus.
So as great as it is to have a kid that I can, let him experience that shit, it's magnified even more how fucked up it was that my parents did that,
Sure.
So,
Man.
anyway.
What's the name of that album again? Holy
Let's
shit.
just do some of the staples for now.
All right, let's do it.
So you got 1080 was the SATs.
Yep.
Do you have a passport?
I do have a passport.
How old were you when you got that?
9.
For like missions or vacation?
No, we went to England when I was 9, just for
Ah.
vacation.
All right, that's
Yeah.
not too
What'd you
shabby.
do over there?
Saw a bunch of fucking castles.
That's
Ate
it?
some scones and clotted cream. Yeah. My grandma went to boarding school there, so like we visited the town that she went to boarding school. It was a horror, when you're 9 years old, English countryside is not the most thrilling trip.
No, not at all. Well,
But,
let's, okay.
Better than your house in Connecticut, though, I would assume.
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
bit more, at least a change of scenery.
You said your mom and your dad both came from a little bit of scratch.
Yep.
And nobody in their extended family, like their parents, were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right.
What was the interaction with them? Like, what would happen when, like, your mom's parents would have, or
They
when,
thought
like,
she was fucking crazy.
So, like, what happened when it was like, hey, it's Thanksgiving and you're bringing the family over for Thanksgiving?
No, I mean they knew
Yeah, they're
that
gonna
we
ask.
couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But my grandfather and my aunt on my mom's side would constantly busting her balls about it. They thought she was out of her fucking mind.
When did you have your first Thanksgiving dinner?
Also when I was 21. Yeah.
I like
first
how he's a new
Thanksgiving.
line of questioning, and the answer is always, well, when I was 21. He's like, oh,
My
wow.
first birthday that I celebrated was my 21st birthday, and it was I still didn't have a lot of friends outside of the Jehovah's Witness community, so it was like my siblings, some of
Yeah.
their friends. I got fucking ham boned within 20, it was all like pregame at the house. We'll go out to a bar, it's a celebration. I didn't even make it to the bar, dude. I woke up face down on the living room floor
Bunch of cupcakes.
with half my head shaved, a pierced ear.
Nice.
And dicks drawn all over my forehead.
There you go.
Yeah. That was my first birthday.
What's the
Great.
what's the situation in the house now? What's the snack situation over there?
Snack situation?
I don't even know where to go with this. I feel like we have to ask the questions. But I mean, you're garbage.
Let me help you out.
I'd say
Let me help you out. I had a lava lamp. My son has a lava lamp now.
Yeah, well, he's 5. How old is he?
He keeps his bong under the bed.
Kids in the Led Zeppelin. What do you want to tell you?
Fuck.
Like I said, I want him to have all the shit that I didn't have.
Normal,
So,
Sure. You keep the butter on the counter or in the fridge?
Butter in the fridge.
Is it butter or is it margarine?
Butter.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Respectable.
Do you churn it yourself?
Well, what kind of car you got?
A Honda Civic.
Not too bad. I got to ask.
2018 leased.
Not bad, though.
What's
Lease should be coming up pretty soon, too. It's 2021. What'd
Yep.
you get, a 5-year lease?
3.
Ooh, so you should be getting ready to get a new
And it
new
is
whip.
banged up. I am really dreading returning that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to have one in New York.
Yeah.
Mine's,
Go
mine's
back-
fucking crumpled.
Yeah.
It's bad. It looks bad. What's in the cup holder currently of your car?
Cup holder currently of my car, nothing, but I'm surprised I didn't have it today. I always have a fucking thermos mug of coffee on me at all times.
I mean, if you're worried about returning a car, you can always call JC and Steiner. They'll get the boys back together. They'll take care of it for you.
I'm going to need a pipe bomb and...
You up for one more, old boy?
I literally have that written down. Were you a Pop-Tarts or Strudel family?
Strudel, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, because for some reason my mom thought strudel was
More holy?
was healthier.
Would she let you put the icing on there?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
When was the last time you slept on a blow-up mattress?
When I first moved to New York with Matt, the San Diego buddy, former
Mm-hmm.
J-Dub, and we lived on Orchard Street together for a couple of months.
That's
and I
not a
slept
bad
on
spot, though. Orchard
Yeah.
Street's
Bad
all
spot.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any posters on the wall when you were a kid?
Yes. So I do you guys know who Cheryl Ladd is?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, of course.
Who is it?
So Cheryl Ladd replaced Farrah Fawcett on Charlie's Angels. I've always had a thing for older women for some reason. It's kind of a strange
All
fetishy
right.
thing.
You're fucked up.
I am fucked up. Yeah, my wife is 8.5 years older than me.
Nice.
So I remember seeing Charlie's Angels as a teenager and just seeing Cheryl Ladd and just being like, this is my dream woman. So I spent two solid years as a teenager bidding on eBay on Cheryl Ladd posters and autographed 8x10s, and I basically had like a Cheryl Ladd shrine in my room. And I also, in addition to that, I had I had a bunch of like band posters. I had one of David Lee Roth, Debbie Harry,
He likes blondes.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Wait, you're 38? You're watching Charlie's Angels? That don't add up. What's going on with that?
Charlie's Angels reruns on TV Land.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I was a big Heather Thomas guy from The Fall Guy. Not Heather Locklear, Heather Thomas.
Also a big Thomas Muffins guy. And we're back.
I like a cinnamon raisin every once in a while. I'm not going to lie to you.
Huh.
Holy shit.
I mean, trash, I don't know. Right? I think this one's inconclusive. You can't call that trash.
It's the name of this episode is "Are You Traumatized?"
I can't call it trash. I mean, he's not classy. He ain't classy, right?
I mean, I definitely still got some Connecticut snobbery in me, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In what sense do you think?
He does arsons and boat shoes.
Yeah, what are you talking
When I'm
about?
torching
You
a
can't
place.
call him fucking
A Bic letter, use my
Well, I
Zippo.
mean, that wasn't him.
He
He was
did
in a
the-
bad situation.
He did the toilet paper. He got on board pretty
then
quick.
pulled it off the walls. Pretty smart.
I did. I repented for my sins.
Yeah. I don't know. You call it. I can't call trash. I don't know. This guy's bonkos for sure. Are you bonkos?
Man,
Oh,
is it garbage? I don't know. You said you think you're garbage.
I mean, I engage in a lot of public urination.
Was there?
I am
Did you have a
single-handedly
garage?
responsible for the stench in the city. Do I have a garage?
Was there a
currently,
garage
or-
at the house? Or
Yeah.
your parents' house?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep.
Was there a fridge in there?
No garage fridge. My dad was a gun collector, made his own bullets.
That's crafty.
I think we can stop there. You're fucking trash. Holy shit, Doug Smith.
Yeah, this has been a fucking bananas one.
I gotta
Crazy.
Go home and take a shower. Call my mom and thank her for all the birthday cakes. That's the fucking first thing I'm doing. I'll never break her balls again. I'll tell you that.
That's nuts, man. Holy shit.
Are you garbage, man? Fucking good times.
That's been the most gripping episode we've had.
Yeah, that was fucking something else.
Written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
From Dust Till Doug.
That's it. Button it up.
Shit.
Button it up.
You got anything you want the folks out there to know?
I'm okay.
When's your next felony? Stay out of the Stop and Shop on 21st Street on Thursday night. Holy shit. You got the podcast coming out.
Podcast coming out. Stay tuned for that. No real gigs coming
Yeah.
up. Follow me on
Sure.
social medias at @WhoDougSmith, and yeah, that's it.
Absolutely
Awesome,
fantastic.
Thank you
comic.
guys for having me.
Holy
I've
Very
been,
funny. Thank you for being so open and honest. This was fucking unbelievable. I'm sorry I was so dumbfounded. I was fucking wrapped up in it, man. That was fucking something else. Kippy, what do you got for him?
Guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure to rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube and Patreon.com. And I'm at Kevin Ryan Comedy on all social media. Also, follow the pod is at Are You Garbage on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes,
Check
sir.
it out.
At H Foley on Ice on Twitter and Foleygrams on Instagram. T-Bone, got anything?
Toby.McMullen on Instagram.
That's right, buddy. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Holy shit. Dude.
Hold on there, kids, real quick before you go taking off on your skateboards or your
Rollerblades.
your
or
rollerblades, your
your
convertible
Heelys.
cars, wherever you're off to. Want to talk real quick one more time about the Stereo app. Kippy and I are on there every Thursday night at 9 o'clock answering your questions. Fantastic app. All kinds of amazing shows. Whether you have an Android or an iPhone, you can download. Get it on your phone for free.
Yeah, guys, it's an easy way for you to interact with us, and we interact with you. It gives you a different vibe of the show. It's a live stream. It's every Thursday, 9 o'clock. We're having a good time, baby. I might stutter a little bit. I might have been drinking now, but I'll definitely be drinking on Thursday.
Party starts early at the Ryan House.
9 p.m. We'll see you there, baby. It's a good time.
Peace.